We're going to talk about this notion of content debt and what that means and what that entails, and and why it's important to address that for AI in these places in business. And so when we say content debt, it's this accumulated weight of inconsistent, redundant, and poorly structured information. And it's that which silently undermines these AI initiatives before they even begin. Because AI systems, they really depend on these things you see listed here. They depend on clean data, consistent terminology, low redundancy, clear structure, and accurate metadata. And let's face it, most content collections are deeply fragmented, they're inconsistent, and they are full of redundant text.
And, when you think about that, think of an LLM. Think of if you were answering a question and you had a pile of documents. If those documents are fairly consistent and you read all those documents and you said, okay, now I can answer questions about this subject. If the documents are consistent, if they're relatively all along the same lines, you're probably going to give pretty good answers if you were, say, if that's how you were operating. But if I gave you a pile of documents that were inconsistent or that had lots of different subjects and didn't really point in one clear direction, then when you answer questions about that subject, you can imagine your answers are going to have that randomness, that perhaps even inconsistency in how you answer the questions, because the data you're relying on is inconsistent and it's duplicated in slightly different ways, or with different tones, or sometimes with totally different objectives or conclusions. I think of, what the year I was born, I'll give away my age, 1968, and the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey came out. And even then, what was the problem with the computer in 2001: A Space Odyssey? Well, the computer was given conflicting goals. It was told to not tell the users about one thing and to have a certain mission objective privately, and then to have a different objective to the users and the public. And what happened was very bad, of course.